Where you gonna put this?
Oh, that's that.
You wanna put it here?
Yeah, I can put it. I can put it on here.
Yeah, get one there. Much better, eh?
Much better.
When the road is all I'll be standing taller.
I need a drop from her.
Yeah. I'm gonna take the side now.
We'll be taking care of all the children there. But if it's required, we'll be on the front line. You can call me by my name. I am ready to roll. Once the rules remain the same, all the stories been told. Call me anytime, never pop out. Lioness is on the rise, don't you ever run down. Never say never, willingness forever to fight and be strong. Once it's for better, I write up a letter and moving right along. And I'll roll with the punches, accept changes, work with the formula, do what I have to do. And call me by my name, I am ready to roll. Once the rules remain the same, how the story's been told. Call me anytime, never pop out. Lioness is on the rise, don't you ever have done. When you are willing to serve, we have room to observe, to see if you can walk the walk you talk. Let me give you my word, my voice must be heard. Bravery is a piece of my heart. Call me by my name, I am ready to roll. Once the rules remain the same, how the story's been told. Call me anytime, never drop out. A lioness is on the rise. Don't ever have no doubt. When the roll is called out, we'll be standing taller to face the darkest and the hardest of time. We'll be taking.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is so good to be with you all this morning. Streaming Hub family, Facebook family, Instagram family. It is Tuesday, July 7th, 2020, and it is approximately 11:23 in the a.m. in Sunrise, Florida. I don't know what time it is where you are, but if it's good night to you. If it's good afternoon to you. If it's what else? Good evening to you. Welcome to the Daily Show with Derry-Ann on Streaming Hub Radio. It is so good to have you here with me. And this is what, the second day of school? The second day of school. Yesterday was the first day of school. For those of you who are Streaming Hub family, longtime family, longtime friends, you would have known that since March we took an hiatus, and now we're back And yesterday was our first day back. So I am learning the new equipments. No shame in my game. I am I'm a DJ. At the end of this, like no joke, I'm gonna be a certified DJ that you can book for your parties, for your whatever sound clash. I'll be ready. It like no joke, like full on DJ. So I'm just putting it out there. That's what's up in here today. So I spin, I talk, and I'm still learning. There are a few things that I still need to learn, but I give myself a minus for yesterday. It wasn't as overwhelming as I thought it would have been. So today, I'm gonna take on a little bit more. They say the way you eat an elephant, one bite at a time. So that's what I'm doing. I hope you are feeling blessed. If it's raining, enjoy the rain. If it's sunny, enjoy the sunshine safely. And I know it's been really hot here, but we get some cool down days, some cool down times, and it is so welcome. I, for one, love the rain. So I never look outside and be like, oh, it's so nasty outside. I know that's a saying when it rains, but if you understand what rain means in the spiritual realm, then for me, that's what it does for me physically as well. And just imagine what the earth would look like if it never rained. Wouldn't be as fun, right? So for me, I'm just enjoying whatever comes. Like I said yesterday, if you made it to July in 2020, you're a champion. Because 2020 is not for the faint of heart. Okay? 2020, it's where you're gonna find out about yourself, things that you've never known before, because it takes real survival skills to be here in this moment in the land of the living right now. 2020 is not like any joke. You couldn't write this in a movie. You couldn't like put everything together. You could not. So for us, it's a blessing to be here. It doesn't matter what your physical strength is, your financial strength, your spiritual strength, your emotional strength, your mental strength. As long as you're here, once there's life, there's hope. And so I am happy to be a part of your day. I'm happy that you chose to be here with me. I'll never take that for granted because I know that you have choices. And the fact that you chose to be here, I am grateful. I hope that you'll have a takeaway each day, something that causes you to think, something that causes you to improve the status of your life in any of the different ways that I mentioned prior, physically, emotionally, mentally, physically. I hope you'll be inspired by something that is said or done, or something that you hear, whether it's through words or music. I hope that you find something for you. We're going up to our first half an hour break in a few minutes, in a little under 2 minutes. And so I just want to take you out with a song that for me, it improves my mood. It really does improve my mood. And I might not play all of it, but I'm just going to play enough where you can enjoy it. And it'll take us to the break. And I'll see you on the other side of 11:30.
Your next is on the rise. Don't ever have no doubt. Bravery is a
Not
means.
going? Not playing?
It's playing. It's playing.
My name, I am ready to roll.
She's got answer, right? I need a jump her.
Yeah.
So,
You want to go to the next song or you want to play the song?
we're going to play this song.
Okay.
Because we have one thing. It can't go echo.
They're not gonna.
You figured out the commercials?
Yeah, I fixed it. Oh, damn. Oh.
You figured it out?
We'll be taking care of
Look for Radar Boss. And this one.
On the one.
And this computer. I forgot, I didn't pull it up. You see a phone that said Radio Boss?
You can call me by my name. I am ready to roll. Once the rules remain
Radio
the same,
jingles.
Radio Boss. You know this is a Radio Boss?
Oh yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Where you want me to put it?
Just open it. Just click it. Just click it. And then open it. You're gonna see the icon? Yeah, open that. I forgot.
So it's gonna come up now?
Yeah, it's gonna come up. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's wait and see. Click it again. Click it one more time.
I am ready to roll. Once the rules remain the same, now the story's been told. Call me anytime. I'm ready, ready, ready.
Play one more time.
When you are willing to sign, we have room to observe to see if you can walk the walk.
Like we're missing.
We're missing.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is when it's gonna come up next. Okay. So
Yeah.
that's what we were supposed to do yesterday?
No. What happened? I did have to do some programming.
Oh, so you put back
Yeah, so,
all the,
yeah.
Okay. Oh, so no, they can't watch it from here.
Yeah. Exactly. That's why I did that programming.
Okay. So this needs to go up to when I'm here. I need to open that.
Yeah. So, but it should have came up, but I mean because I pulled the computer last, but it should have came up automatically to match that.
Okay.
So you notice what it did now?
Uh-huh.
It bring up all his the stingers and stuff like that. So click on this.
This one?
Yeah.
3 or 4?
Any one. Click on it. Just click on it and leave it and do display.
Wait, we can't hear it.
Okay. Oh. You know what? The commercial. Press down the green one.
This one?
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Is it? Okay, so. So if you want to pull up a song,
Uh-huh.
pull it up. Pull it up.
Look at that. Which
Okay.
one do you use to
The
pull
yellow
it
one.
up? The yellow. Oh, snap.
Okay. So, so you have all the tags and everything.
Look at me. Listen, after this, we're going to have a sound clash.
So I tell you want to back it up, put up a song, and
Right.
back it up, Steven up here. So yeah.
Okay, so it's this yellow one right
So
here.
the yellow one is a male and one is a female. So it's two yellow one is a male and one is a female.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Or then there's another one.
Ooh, I like that.
There's another one. So back it up. And this one. Yes.
I love that. Listen, you know y'all get me out of here.
No, it's fun though.
It's fun though.
It's like what
Yeah.
so when Claudia was saying, "Oh, we need that," I said, "Listen, everything
It's
is there in the
there,
computer. Everything is there, so it's all right
So
here."
even if you don't say what you're playing, you can use
So,
the drops.
So on the hour, you know, she was talking about the half an hour. On the hour,
Right.
on the hour is the green, and the half an hour is the red.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Got you.
Yeah. So
So half an hour is red.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to type out a worksheet and put
I'll
it
put
in
it
here.
here so
So they
everybody
know.
knows.
And you need to put it there that whenever time they're putting up a song, they need to use the station jingles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, and when you put the color code there, like you know what, back it up and play it again and stuff
and
like
it
that.
has the numbers and letters.
Yeah, the numbers and the letters.
So it's
Yeah.
easy for them to.
Trust me, it's nice. I mean,
somebody said DJ Morgan.
oh!
I'm having so much fun. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. It's fun.
It is fun.
I mean, like to do your show is gonna be really comfortable because you have
because you have everything.
You have the gadgets now, all the little toys,
to do whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And there's a couple ones like you can keep them locked and all of them.
So he's listen. I don't know how you gonna get me out of here.
So you can mess with whatever you want to mess with. I mean,
listen.
Get a feel of it, you know?
Yep. Hey, Facebook tried to cut my music yesterday. I went on there. Do you have the right? I put yes.
And it won't let me go.
I love it. Trust me, I love it.
And then no matter like I said, but I hate the sound of being alone. I am myself. To no one there. And no one heard at all, not even the chance. I am right. I am said and I am lost and I can't even say I am myself to no one there. And no one heard at all, not even the chance. I am right. I am said and I am lost and I can't even say Living alone.
Welcome back. Marlene, you need to go to sleep. Okay, so I wanna say thank you so much, Roberto. So I have persons coming in the app right now. Roberto is in Canada. Is it hot in Canada, Roberto? I mean, it's kind of humid here, even though it's overcast. It's still like you could feel the heat. But I just want to say thank you. As soon as I saw Marlene telling me she's still up, there's a big thank you that I want to say to all the frontline workers across this globe, across the world. I mean, you guys, I don't know, the selflessness, you can't even measure it. I saw a video on Facebook yesterday where this doctor, he was coming home for the first time since March because he was working directly with COVID-19 patients, and he has what I saw, it seemed as though he had 3 little girls. The oldest one looked to be around maybe 10, 11. And I don't think it really hits home until you have persons in your family members and friends who are also on the front line, and you see firsthand the kind of sacrifice that it takes. And it's not just hospital workers. The supermarket, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I mean, every time I would go into the supermarket, I'm just there thinking, like they're like literally right there with every person. And I think, unlike the hospitals where you could do a COVID-19 test to see who had the virus and who didn't, they're exposed to everyone. They're exposed to everyone, and they were there day in, day out. I saw people with new responsibilities. There were those that their only responsibility was to wipe down the carts, the shopping carts and the shopping baskets that we use. And we take so much for granted. And every single time I saw them, I would say, thank you so much for your service, because I felt so indebted to them for what they were doing, like literally putting their lives on the line for $9 an hour, $11 an hour. And I don't know if that was my child, because some of them look to be so young. Most of them look to be so young. I don't know if I would want my child out there like that. I don't know. They didn't have on like PPE. All they had on probably mask and gloves. And I just felt for them. And it shows you that sometimes in society, the people we put on pedestals, and it was so funny to me, because all of those CEOs and executives and those with their six-figure jobs and all of that, they were home. They weren't essential workers. The essential workers through all of this were people on minimum wage, maybe people living from paycheck to paycheck. And for me, I just thought of it, and I was trying to put things into perspective, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, it just kind of bring everything home to you when you see and understand what life really is about. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you to all the essential workers who held us down this entire time. Whether you worked in a hospital as a nurse, or as a CNA, or as a PTA, or as a doctor, or as a janitor. The janitors in the hospitals, oh my goodness, they had the bulk of everything to deal with, because from my understanding, they're the ones who had to clean everything. They're left with everything that was infected, everything that you didn't want to be around. That was their jobs. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for your service. Thank you to the fire department, the police station. I'm going to touch on the police in a little bit. Maybe not today, because I need my strength and my sanity to do that. But we have good police officers out there. So I just want to say thank you to everyone. Thank you for those who, when they were outside, were conscious of social distancing yourselves from others. I was one of those people, maybe not, because I wanted to make it home to my family and still be safe. And so I just want to say thank you to everyone who played their parts in making sure that the rest of us were safe. If you went to the supermarket and you saw 2 cases of toilet paper or paper towel and you only took one, thank you, because I'm probably that person that needed the other one, because I didn't go out in a panic and shop and picked up everything. I was always thinking of the next person, but there's always a fear, like, what if I leave it and then when I need it, I can't find it. But thank you for those who didn't hoard everything and left some on the shelves for the rest of us. Just thank you to everybody who just did what they needed to do to make sure we got through this. I mean, not everybody made it through, but it could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse. So thank you to everyone. Thank you to the sanitation workers who picked up the waste from everybody's homes, some of whom were infected, some of whom, posed great danger to them, but that was their jobs. Frontline workers didn't just mean, or it don't just mean policemen, firemen, healthcare workers. It's supermarkets. It's the Instacart shoppers. It's the Uber drivers, the Lyft drivers, the bus drivers, the like everybody, the checkout person. I mean, people who could not hide away, the case managers, those who worked in the nonprofit organizations that took in children off the streets, or children who were abandoned, not knowing their status either, but they were there for them. Thank you to every single person that helped us to make it through, and we're here. We are here. Oh, my UK family is back. I missed you guys so much. I missed every one of my streaming hub radio listeners. Like, y'all don't even know. I'm not even going. Y'all don't even know. I missed you guys so much. Thank you so much, Emma. It's good to be back. Today is the second day of school. School, not really school, but yesterday was the first day. So we were on a break, and then yesterday just felt like the day when you went to school with your backpack, and it's brand new, but there are no books in there because you're not sure where your classroom is and what you need to do or anything like that. That's what it felt like for me yesterday, because brand new equipment, learning the system, and like I said, give me like a month, and then I'll be a full-on DJ. Like any sound clash anywhere you need me to play, I'll be ready. Cause now I gotta spin. So DJ Perivilla, whenever you're ready, I'll be ready. So you best be ready. I'm ready. But I just wanna say it's good to be back. Thank you for all the love. If you're on Facebook and you don't have the Streaming Hub app, it's worth getting, okay? Because very soon we're gonna have lots of prizes and surprises, and I don't think you want to miss out. And the Streaming Hub listeners, they're quick, okay? They're quick. So if you want your chance to win, we have lots of things planned. Tomorrow is our singles link up show, okay? I did a survey, and it's hard for single people out there. I'm just saying, it's really hard, because how do you meet someone while social distancing, while quarantining? Like, how do you meet someone? It's hard. Do you jeopardize your life, the lives of your children, to meet someone? I don't think you should. So I got you. I got you. I have it all figured out for all my single people. And I made this clear. If you're in a relationship that's defined as complicated, it's not for you. It's not for you. If you're not honestly, truly ready to share your life with someone, to get to know someone, and allow someone to get to know you, do not be a part of the show. We don't want you here. Don't bring your mess into other people's lives, okay? We want some marriages to come out of this. We need some babies to come out of this. Y'all could just name the first child Derry-Ann. I'll be good with that. That's my pay for hooking y'all up. I think Derry-Ann is a beautiful name. Y'all could just, one girl said, no, we'll name the baby Sage. That's my daughter's name. So right now it's either Sage or Derry-Ann. That's my pay for hooking y'all up. Because, I mean, a girl gotta get something out of this, right? So, first child from the union, Derry-Ann or Sage, and we be good. So, if you're single and ready to mingle, tomorrow, the place to be is here. We have some great men, and we have some great women who are ready to meet you. I probably know your spouse. I probably know your spouse. You know what I'm saying? I probably, because I know some great people. So maybe the purpose of me being in your life is to connect you with the person you were meant to be with. How about that? And with social distancing, y'all gotta figure out my disclaimer. Once you meet, y'all gotta figure out how you gonna do the other part. My suggestion is the first time you're gonna meet physically, everybody show up with their COVID-19 test. You know, so we come in our mask or shields or gloves and everything. I hand you my test, you hand me your test. We look, okay, it's negative. All right, we could lose all of this. That's a great idea. So outside of that, that's all I'm responsible for. It's like hooking somebody up with a job. If I refer you, then I just get you through the door. I get you the interview. But what you do on the job is going to be a reflection of you. So once you meet that person, you got to figure out the other parts of it. All I'm going to do is set the atmosphere. I'm going to have the way paved, and then we'll figure out. So come to school tomorrow with your book and your pencil. Oh no, we don't use book and pencil anymore. With your iPads or the notepad on your phone or whatever it is that you use. I'm old school, so I'm still at the book and pencil, but I still like a good book and pencil. So come to school tomorrow with your book and your pencil so you can take notes, because we're going to have questions for you and you're going to have to give answers. Based on the answer, then we'll figure out how we take it from there. But it's going to be a great show tomorrow. I am so glad to be here as usual. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. How are you? How did all of this, treat you? Are you good? Did you get some quarantine weight like the rest of us? Because a lot of people quarantine in their house, but not from their refrigerators. That's one of the biggest problem I saw people like, oh, I'm getting so fat. And then you're in your house, so there's no need to dress up. So a lot of people weren't trying on their work clothes or, oh, Elizabeth said, yes, I did. Girl, I feel your pain. I feel your pain. So we're in our houses in our PJs and barely dressed, not wearing much, just walking around, talking on the phone, walking to the refrigerator with the phone on speaker, having both hands in the refrigerator, taking out everything, sitting down, eating. Then you go to put on a pair of jeans. And you know what Beyonce said, if you don't jump to put your jeans on, then you don't feel my pain. That is the realest line I've ever heard in a song. And I'm not like a uber Beyonce fan, but when I heard that line, I was just like, okay, so this struggle is not just for some people, it's for all people. But I think that struggle is even realer now than ever before. Okay? I can't even jump to put on my jeans right now. I'm just going to put it out there. Jumping is not going to help. Even if I ask my daughter to help me, like I get the front and she get the back, and that's still not working. So I wish I had the solution. I mean, we just got to quarantine from the fridge, social distance from the fridge too. Just think of your refrigerator, your kitchen, as though it had COVID-19. So less interaction. And this is so real. I have not celebrated as much birthdays. I don't remember celebrating all these birthdays where there are cakes and stuff. And I'm just talking in my house. Like, every time I turn around, somebody had a birthday. And there was a table with cake and candy and stuff. And I'm just like, it's somebody's birthday again? Whose birthday is it? Because I think people are making up birthdays just so they could eat. And I'm just like, okay. And I'm not really a cake person. But then you just get so excited to be celebrating something that you're there celebrating, eating cake, not moving, watching TV. And what made it better, but also there are two sides to the coin. that a lot of the things that we had to pay for on television, Netflix made them free. Most of the streaming platform, which I think was really nice, they made them free because they know everybody was, well, most people, they were at home. So you just got so comfortable just eating and sitting down and eating and sitting down and laying in bed with the remote. Our thumbs got good workout because we had to flip through or on the on your phone. Facebook. I've never been to so much parties in like years. Facebook had a party. Every time I scroll through my timeline, there was some DJ with his turntable set up, and there was a party going on. There was a party going on. I remember one of them, the first one I saw, why I started paying attention, was when I was watching. I don't think I've ever gone to a Tony Mataran dance before. I don't think I've ever gone because I'm not a big dance fan like that. But then I was watching because I saw how many people was on there. So I was like, oh, it must be good because there's a lot of people watching. And then he said, if you know, say you're quarantine and you have tin mackerel and sardine and whatever he said in your cupboard, then you're like, I forgot the word that he used. Dwayne, remind me of the word that he used. You probably know. And I was just like, wait, I got those in my cupboard. So what that mean? That mean like I'm one of those people that he was talking about. Because if you don't have it, then I guess nothing not going for you. But if you do have it, then you are like, I forgot the word that he used. And I was just like, this is what happens when you go to it. I don't think I could waste my time to get dressed and go to a party to listen to this. I don't want. But then it was so creative. It was very, very creative. So that's what I've been doing with a lot of my time. Um, I was also working from home. I did so many things. Good things happened from this as well because a lot of people got their hustle on. Let me tell you, there are a lot of people that just, oh, they pulled from strength that they never knew that they had. So while on one hand, a lot of people, I know people who lost their business, had to close their doors. Like I said, the climate was not nice on small businesses. They got a, I think they were the hardest hit, and the reason I believe that happened is that the back office of their businesses, they weren't in order. So a lot of the grants and a lot of the assistance that was out there for small businesses, they couldn't take advantage of that because you needed your tax records from previous years. You needed to be registered with the state. You needed certain licensing and other things that they did not have. And we as a community, we need to do so much better than that. We need to do so much better than that. But I'm not just here to point out what we need to do and where we went wrong. I want to give props to the hustlers, man. And when I say hustlers, I mean that with the utmost respect. People started grinding in different ways. People started businesses. People had the best inventions. People found ways to revamp their business. I saw people, oh my gosh, got so creative. People started selling masks. People started sourcing things that you couldn't get in the supermarkets. Like whatever you want now, I guarantee you can find it online. You can find it online. So while some people just like roll over and play dead, other people just took it as an opportunity to find what was missing and what was lacking and cashed in on that. And for me, that just, I was just like, look at us. Like, just, I was so proud to be us. You know, like, I was just like, look at us. Like, just getting it, just doing it. And that said a lot about what we are capable of doing, the strength that we have that we might not even know that we have, but it's there. And it takes, they say you never know how strong you are until being strong is your only option. And I think for the past few months, that's what's been what we had to do. That's what the reality was. The fittest of the fittest was going to survive. And I think we did. And I'm so happy that we did. And we're just gonna be better. We're gonna learn from the shortcomings that we found out that we had. And we're gonna do better. We're gonna fix the things that needs fixing. We're gonna improve on the things that are already there. That this entire situation showed us that, okay, we need to pay attention to this. So on the other side of our break coming up right now, we're gonna address some of that. We're gonna listen to some good music. Still the second day of school, so we're not gonna get like super serious, but we're still gonna have some fun, and we're gonna come back, entertain, and have a really good time. Thank you all so much for being here with me, and I can't wait to continue.
You know pop up?
Nope.
Come on, can I pop up again?
Not even the islands, but they come up yesterday.
Alright. I think what happened?
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second. Let me see. Do you have a program? Oh, you're online?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
They can't see a man on
Close it down.
Facebook.
Just close it. Restart with the computer.
This one?
Yeah.
So let's close out everything.
Yeah, let's close everything and restart the back. Because when we get that clicker earlier on, maybe it interrupt the signal.
Okay.
You're playing some good music, so.
Wanna restart?
Yeah, restart.
Kisses from you, that's when I knew heaven was on my side. For whatever we are, two separate stars, sharing one common life. Yeah, I am the prize. Your love and love, you cry. Anyone can doubt, no way to figure out all love I have when you will smile. What love is all about.
So for tomorrow, I have some songs I'm gonna put on my list. You're gonna show me all of that.
Yeah, I can show you that. Have a list?
I have to do on the Sunday, but I don't have it right now.
It's the power and the strength of love.
Because tomorrow is our singles.
What, you know what? Angel Souls or something?
Yeah, so nice. So baby making song.
Come on, give me this.
So baby making song.
You know what? I think we already have them in the library for the
Okay.
So I'm going to put up where you can just go and select the ones that when you want. Before you go. So probably you can tell Michael give you.
He's not coming. He's not coming.
Oh, okay. So we can just go through it and you can just do it. So,
Oh, I have a doctor's appointment too.
huh?
I have a doctor's appointment.
Yeah, so you can just go through and get them out. And there's a library of all of the bad R&B's them from back in
That's
the
what I
90s.
want. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I want.
Can't press the next one now. Can't press the next one. And one to me. One next to the one. Yeah. Next to the one next to the one when I play.
When you're wrapped up in my arms,
The button where you press the play.
sing to a reggae song.
No man, this one, like the speaker.
I feel good. Cause your perfume isn't loud, and only I can talk about. Feel good, feel good. Feel like that rubbing over my skin.
Okay.
And when your head bounces on the chin, wish me lonely, just the two of us. Yes, every move you make gives me a rush. Wine some more, show me that love unconditionally. Make believe we're alone, just you and me. Take the problems, leave them behind. Don't let it show. Go, baby, go, baby, go, baby, go, baby, go. I feel good when you're wrapped up in my arms, dancing to a reggae song. Feel good, feel good. I feel good, cause your perfume isn't loud, that only I can talk about. Feel good, feel good. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, what a ride, what a ride. What a night, what a night, what a night, yeah. What a night, yeah. I love to wipe the sweat over your face, but it looks so good, I might have to replace. This moment is magic. Everybody get your hands up. Oh, what a night. What a night, what a night. Oh, that's what I feel good when you're wrapped up in my arms, dancing to a reggae song. I feel good cause your perfume is loud, and only I can talk about. Feel good, feel good.
Around the world, non-stop. This is Streaming Hub Radio.
Wish me lonely, just the two
you know what?
of us.
Yes, I'm sure.
Gives me a wine some more, show me that love
So,
unconditional.
see the black one is like, so you want like a background music, like an interlude, black one, that like, you can give me some music in the background while, you know, you can talk about news or something. Yeah.
When you're wrapped up in my arms, dancing to a reggae song. Feel good, feel good. I feel good, cause your perfume isn't loud, that only I can talk about. Feel good,
Streaming Hub Radio.
oh, what a vibe.
Streaming Hub Radio. Internet radio broadcasting from Sunrise, Florida to all over the world.
What a night, what a night, what a night, yeah. What a night.
Love to Streaming Hub Radio.
Sweat over your face, but it looks so good I might have to replace. This moment is magic, so I leave it alone.
Derry-Ann,
Until you say I need time to go home. Wine some more, show me that love unconditionally.
Streaming Hub Radio. Check it out.
Oh, what a night, what a night, what a night. Oh, gosh, what a night. I feel good when you're wrapped up in my arms, dancing to a reggae song. Feel good, feel good. I feel good, cause your perfume isn't loud, and only I can talk about. Feel good, feel good. unconditionally. Make believe we're alone. Just you and me. Take the prophets, live in the earth. Don't let it show. Go, baby, go, baby, go.
Okay. I hope you got your dancing shoes on because that's just a little bit, a little taste of what's going to happen tomorrow. Ooh, boy, let me tell you, I am so excited for all my single listeners, whether you're on Facebook listening or you're on the app or you're listening at www.streaminghubradio.com. And I just want to let you guys know, like, this is not some underground, you know, radio station that is just playing whatever and it's just internet. This is a legit radio station. Like if you're in Florida, it's in comparison to your other stations that you hear on dial radio. It's just that with technology, like if you're in Broward and you're tuned into a radio on your car, like the dial, once you reach, I want to say Hollywood, heading into Miami, you start losing the feed. The only difference is that with streaming hub radio, you can listen wherever you are in the world. We're licensed and registered with all the relevant authorities. So every single song that you hear us play, not just this show, not just certain shows, like every single song that you hear play on streaming hub radio, we pay for that. We have the license for that. We report everything. As a matter of fact, yesterday, because like I said, I'm learning this new computer. And every time you play the song, it tells you how long it is, the length of the song. They categorize it and they tell you how many times you played it. So everything is recorded. Everything is paid for. Everything we will pay for. So it's not just some underground station trying to do something. It's legit. So I'm saying that so you know that if you have a request, if you have a song that you love, you haven't heard it, you can let us know. We'll incorporate that as well because we don't know everything, but we have access to everything. And also if you have your business, and we're putting something together for our business community because like I said, we're here to help you in whatever way we can. So we're putting something together for our business community. Lots of packages that will help you get your business out there in front of your customers that you can benefit from, that you will benefit from, that your customers will benefit from also. We're putting that together and we are putting it together with you in mind, like what we would want for someone to do for us if our business is probably hanging on by a thread, or just so we can get you back to be better than you were before all of this happened. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the little dance session that listen, you guys don't even understand. I'm gonna be a legit DJ in a month. I will take on anybody. Oh God. I'm saying that, I'm listening to myself say that. But I'm gonna put it out there. Like all these little, now I understand why the DJs get so crazy like when they're playing, because there's no way it does not just, unless you don't love music, but it takes you to a different realm. Okay, so you just start. I almost didn't come back. I have another song lined up for you. I almost didn't come back. Like I was just gonna play music. So Elizabeth girl, you and I, every time we play, we gonna dance these quarantine pounds off. Okay, like I got you. I'm gonna play music that you can dance to, that you can move to, because the key is to keep your body moving, and that's how you gonna burn those calories and stay away from the refrigerator. Okay, that's what we gonna do. We gonna eat salads, we gonna eat fruits, veggies, stuff like that. The stuff that you probably like, you probably eat, but you don't eat as much. We gonna stay away from fried foods, drink more water, keep it natural, and see if we can, work on something. So thank you guys again for tuning in. You are in locked with Streaming Hub Radio. This is the Daily Show, and I am Derry-Ann, and I'm so happy to be back here with you guys. we're just excited. We're just excited to have you on board with us. If you're on Facebook and you don't have the app, then get the app. It's in Google Play. It's in the other, iPhone people over there. Yeah. So it's you can get it wherever. If you're like some people were like, I don't have any space on my phone, then you can listen at www.streaminghub.com. There is no need for you to miss out on what's going on. And we are working on the visual. I know right now for Facebook, I got it on my phone, but we're working on the visual for you. Like I said, lots of upgrade going on, and we're still in the process of it. But while we're doing that, we were capable of coming back on air. We didn't want a day to go by when we could that we didn't. So we're here, and we're still upgrading. We're learning the machines and equipments and buttons, but it's been fun. It's been fun, and I'm so happy to be back. There's something that just came to mind. Anybody traveled to Jamaica recently? Because I saw a few videos of what you have to go through to get into Jamaica, and I don't know if I'm up for all of that. I don't know if I can. I don't know. I mean, it breaks my heart to say, because I miss not being able to go there. The last time I was there, I went in December, came back in January, and really wanted to be back already, but not there yet because of everything that's going on. And they opened up their borders, but I don't feel like going through all of that. And that COVID test that everybody have to do, and I understand why they're taking the precautions, because Jamaica is not capable of dealing with this pandemic on a scale of it being bigger than what it is right now. I think their total death toll was 10, which is it's 10 people that passed, which is awful. But in the grand scheme of things, it could have been a lot worse. And I just have to give them props, because sometimes you hear third world country and you just like, oh, whatever. Somebody else came up from Jamaica, and when I asked if they did anything and put a little tracker in their phone or anything, none of that happened. But there you have Jamaica. Oh, I have a listener. Camila said she did. Okay, so you had to tell me what's what's going on, cause I that COVID test, I think that's the only part that turns me off from even considering. Like, flying on the plane should, but it doesn't scare me enough to want to stay away. Um, the COVID test and that tracker they put in my phone. So if you put the tracker in my phone, when are you gonna remove it? Because I don't want you tracking my phone. And you could put the tracker in my phone, and I could just leave the phone, because if I'm in Jamaica, I don't need to have the phone with me everywhere I go. So I could just leave the phone and just go where I'm going. But that COVID test, and I heard, based on the video that I saw again, that doing the test is not, it's almost like they're training on you, and it's painful. So I don't know right now if even for Christmas it's in my plans, which is, it's sad to say, because for the last few years I spent Christmas in Jamaica. I am a part of a nonprofit, and we go to Jamaica every Christmas. We bring toys for the kids in the hospital. Last year we did Spanish Town Hospital and Maypen Hospital. We also cook dinner, and we feed the homeless on the streets to make sure that they get a hot meal on Christmas Day. So we give them juice, water, like really whatever the homeless eat on Christmas Day, that's what we eat for our Christmas dinner on Christmas Day when we go to Jamaica. So it's something that our foundation, we've taken on that for the past few years, but this year is kind of looking like it's not gonna happen, because Let me see what Camila said. Jamaica is nice, but to get there is very difficult, but love it. I'm just, I'm, I don't mind the checkpoints and them spraying me down and sanitizing me down 7, 8 times. I get that. I understand that. But that tracker thing and the COVID test in my nose, and then you have to self quarantine for 14 days. So if I have 7 days to be there, it doesn't make any sense because I'm going to be stuck inside for the entire time because I'm not even going to be there for 14 days. So I hope that they find a way now. I don't know if the curve for them has gone down, but I hope that they find a way to make it a little less taxing on those of us who would want to be back there, but would not even consider it because of all of that we have to go through. It's just a little bit too much for me. And then when I go, I take my children with me. I'm not going to put my daughter especially through that. She's 11. So far I've tried to shield her as best as I can from all of this. I mean, I've done my best to keep it as normal as possible for her. Like, she does not go outside unless it's absolutely necessary. And my daughter was homeschooled prior to this happening, so not much changed on that front, thank God. Um, but I don't want her to have to like go through that unnecessarily, because I think the biggest part so far is when she needed to start her braces back in May, and for the first time I felt like crying because I was not allowed inside the building with her. And it just kind of brought home to me how much we took things for granted prior to this. Like, I could not be she it was the second phase of braces. For those of you who've had braces or your children got braces before, you do the first phase, they take it off for like 6 months, and then you have to start the second phase because she had to get some of her baby teeth, some of them needed to fall out, and then they started again, and she started the second phase. And for the first time, she was in there and I was outside. She goes to the Sawgrass Dental, Sawgrass Mall, and the mall was closed, and they had a side door that they were allowed to go in, the patients, and I was not allowed inside. So I was outside sitting in the bus stop waiting on my daughter to get her braces started again, and I felt like somebody stabbed me in the heart. I was just sitting out there. I was like, okay, my baby's inside and I don't know what's happening. I know it's very painful to put on braces as far as her experience, and I'm not there to be your cheerleader to say it's okay, you're almost done. Like, that was my job and I couldn't get to do that. They took our temperatures. We filled out a lot more paperwork, and they took her inside, and the nurse said, okay, you could sit under the bus stop or you could go in your car. I wasn't allowed inside. And how many of us prior to this had the chance, and we so busy on our phone texting or whatever, we didn't even go inside with our kids when they were getting certain things done. Now you're not allowed to go inside. And I came home and I was like, I would feel so guilty right now if prior to this, when I had the chance to go inside, I didn't go because I didn't want to go. Because now you cannot go inside with them. I think you're allowed, even if you end up in the hospital now, you can't get visitors. Nobody can go. How many of us had our loved ones in the hospital? We could go visit them and we chose not to. We put it off. We certain things, we took it for granted. My friend's husband ended up in the hospital. It was nothing serious, but he needed to go in to be evaluated. And she told me that she was outside and the doctor would literally come outside to tell her, to update her, go back inside, come back outside. She was not allowed to go into the hospital. How many of us took those things for granted and now they're taken away from us? And for those of you who are in denial, this is the new normal. It will improve, but it will never go back to what it was in January of 2020. It's just not going to happen. Too much has passed, and your mind is a powerful thing, so it's always going to be in the back of your mind. What if, and your survival instincts are gonna just take over. I wouldn't consider myself a hugger before. You meet some people, they're huggers. Huggers must be having a really hard time right now. Like, I feel for you guys. I feel for those social butterflies. You meet some people and you just like, and they're just like, you try to shake their hand. They're like, no, I'm a hugger. And, those people must be going to bed crying right now because you can't even touch people. So what are you doing? I'm not a hugger. I'm not a hugger. I'll shake your hand, I'll wave, but I'm not a I'm not as warm as I should be. And I used to feel bad about that. But now I don't feel so bad because I'm not really having that hard of a time. But my huggers, how you doing? Are you good? How you making out? Because you can't touch anybody. You're forbidden. I mean, the elbow thing is cool, but if you're I actually like the elbow thing. But for huggers, y'all must be I feel bad for you. I really do feel bad because, man, like, if that's the way you are naturally and then you can't be like that because of what's going on, that must do something to you. I'm just saying, like, I'm an introvert. So for me, I would choose a day inside, not doing anything, than going out to a big party. And even though that's me naturally, I now feel like I would go out. I don't know if it's my mind because when you're forbidden for doing something, sometimes that's when you want it more. I don't know if that's what's going on, but sometimes I'm just like, I feel like I would go somewhere. And that's not even me. I never feel like I would ever go somewhere. If you invite me somewhere and then you text me to say, oh, I'm so sorry, but I have to cancel, I'm going to text you, oh, Leo, sorry, next time maybe. But I'm in my house jumping up like, yes, I don't have to get dressed. I don't have to go anywhere. Like, I'm that person. I'm the person who will find an excuse to tell you why I can't come out. So if you ever invite me somewhere and I show up, you best know that, listen, if I show up for you, that's a big thing for me because I don't like going out. It's just who I am. I'm an introvert. You have people now who, oh my gosh, they're just everywhere. They're just so bubbly all the time, and they like to be in crowds and don't get me wrong. When I go out, I'm not a buzzkill. When I go out, I enjoy myself. When I go out, I'm there. I'm present. But if I go out and it stays long, I'm standing there checking how much sleep I'm gonna get. Like, that's literally me. I'm like, okay, so it's 10 o'clock. Okay, if I get home by 10:30, 11 o'clock, I, you know, get ready for bed. I fall asleep like maybe 1. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5. To get up by 6. I have to get up. That's me. I'm there. I'm literally there checking how much sleep I'm gonna get or what at home I need to do. But I just want to say, for my huggers out there, I'm sending you lots of virtual hugs right now. I'm just checking in on you, making sure you're okay because this have to be hard. Like, this have to hurt. I'm not a hugger, and I miss my social life, which was pretty much non-existent, and I miss it. So if you were a social person, you must be having a really hard time. No, like, for real, like, you probably depressed and not even know it. So we gonna keep you occupied here. We gonna lift your spirits as much as we can. Keep it locked to Streaming Hub Radio. We got you right here. Like, we're here for you. We're here for you. So I don't want you to think you're in this alone. Just, I don't know if it's any consolation that everybody's going through it. Like, everybody has to or should be going through it. You know you're gonna have some that's not gonna abide by any rules. But to be safe, like I said, we all have our parts to play to make sure that we're safe. And to be safe, we need to socially distance from people who we aren't that close to. We're gonna take a break in a few seconds, and when we come back, when I come back, I'm gonna play y'all some music again with my toys. And for those who are on Facebook, you can hear in studio, right? Like we like it's a legit party, like legit. I'm not talking about like a maybe party. This is party that you pay lots of money to get into. So you better be dancing, okay? We not playing. We gonna dance off the pounds. When we come back at the half an hour break, we're gonna keep it going, gonna keep it moving. It is now 12:30 in Sunrise, Florida. I don't know what time it is where you are, but we'll be right back.
Still not come on?
From a little cottage in Green, I wrote these lines to you. From a little cottage in Green, I realize I love you. Check it out. From a little cottage in Green, I wrote
Streaming Hub Radio, the hottest internet radio that everyone's
from
talking
a
about.
little cottage in Green, I realize I love you. From a little cottage in Green, way down west in England, this man said he's pining for your love. Gee, I miss you. Now my lips wanna kiss you. I called you on the phone. To my surprise, you were not home. But
Streaming Hub Radio, the hottest internet radio that everyone's talking about.
I wrote these lines to you. From a little cottage in Green, I realize I love you. Brothers getting paid, some sniffing, some getting high, licking sesame pie. Some get high, jamming sesame, then go west to watch sunset at the Rex Cafe. But from a little cottage in Green, I wrote these lines to you. From a little cottage in Green, I realize I love you still. I love you, baby. Brothers getting jailed, some hooked and some getting high, licking on the cotton high. Some get high, jamming sesame, then go west to watch sunset at the Ritz Cafe. But from a little cottage in Green, I wrote these lines to you. From a little cottage in Green, my life wasn't this way. For among evil forces in which I played, guns and ammunition were my chosen way of life. With God-fearing people I chose to strive. For all of the lives that I taken, they can never be replaced. But still Jaja chose to remember my face. Though I never lived like you wanted, I'm still mindful of what you taught. So now I beg on please, on my everyone's talking about. But Father, you rescue me. I've got the scars to show.
Usually when I deposit a check in our first account, you can sign it, right?
Cause when my life got dark,
In a freedom account. You have to the drive-through and deposit it.
Are you on the account?
when I was a young
No. It have make out to someone.
Oh, no, yeah.
Oh, she have to sign it as her.
the same
Yeah,
boat.
yeah.
But it have make out to another person, but she can't sign it.
The way that make out,
From color to color to color.
So she can't sign it as a
or
person.
she can write on it for deposit purposes only.
Rising to dreadlights and river all
I
around.
know the account number.
Yeah.
So for
So the
deposit,
signature at the back of it.
signature should be right for deposit
And my
only.
life
Yeah.
seems
I
so
put the account number.
No, man, I'm not talking the back of it.
On the back, yeah, you
Right, can you know sometimes you have the person somebody will sign on the back of it?
if you put for deposit only, and the account number.
Yeah, I probably she can sign it too.
Yeah.
to stand my ground. Though I never lived like you wanted, I was mindful of what you taught me. So now I beg and plead, I'm on my bending knee. Cause Father, you rescue me. And I've got the scars to show. Barely made it along life's road. Cause when my life got dark, he was the only spark. The light at the end of the road. Oh, never lived to please it. I never lived like I should. Father, you rescued me. I've lived and I've learned. I've made mistakes along the way. Now I beg for forgiveness each day as I try to pray. So take it from me, son. You can change the world today. And I'm living proof that crime doesn't pay. For I never lived like you wanted. I was mindful of what you taught.
This is Streaming Hub Radio, the hottest internet radio that everyone's talking about.
Never seen you rock so bold. Now it's time to play. You move me like the wind blows. As night becomes day. I know you want to go slow. Where I don't know, but rocking is the true road. Hear me when I say, hit me like a drum.
This is Streaming Hub Radio, the hottest internet radio that everyone's talking about.
Sing out and I will come. Oh, reggae, you're the one. Once you try to leave me,
Streaming Hub Radio.
That's my girl, so you know I gotta pull her. That is my girl.
never seen you rock so bold.
This is Streaming Streaming Hub Radio, the hottest internet radio that everyone's talking about.
You move me like the wind blows. As night becomes a day. I know you want to go slow, where I don't know. But rocking is the true love. Hear me when I say, hit me like a drum.
This is Streaming Hub Radio, the hottest internet radio that everyone's talking about.
Sing out and I will come. Oh, reggae, you're the one. Once you tried to leave me, said I was on my own.
Okay. Because if I follow this system that's in here and how I feel when I'm playing music, I don't come back on air. Like, seriously, I told you. Remember, I told you. In about a month or so, I'll be a full-fledged DJ. So anybody ready to clash, we could, like the verses for DJ. I should be ready by then. I should be ready, but it's all good. All of what we're doing is for your listening pleasure. And now I found out it's for ours too. Because before I played the song, I played it for you. I just played it. It's good music. But I wasn't as involved as I am right now. I almost didn't come back. Hey Wayne, I see you. Tomorrow, the Singles Link Up show. And I think Wayne can take some of the credit for us coming up with that idea, because it all started, I'm not even going to get into that. But so glad to have you here. If you don't already have the app, please, everybody on Facebook, download the Streaming Hub Radio app. It's in your Google Play Store for Android users, and it's in the other store for iPhone users. I'm not an iPhone person, right? I keep throwing shade because I'm not an iPhone. I'm not taking a bite of that apple. So, it's the birthday of a very special young man in my life. I have lots of special men in my life. I'm blessed like that. But a very special one in my life, my nephew, I just want to say happy birthday. He's what can I say? Because I don't know if you even want me to call his name. That kind of a person. My son is like that too. And Michael, I can't call his name. The other person is like that too. But happy birthday to you, my love. More joy and prosperity and blessings to you and to everyone out there who's celebrating their birthdays today. Happy birthday, happy birthday. This birthday should mean more than all the other birthdays because you've been through a lot to get to this birthday. Sunday was my son's birthday as well. So I officially have a 20-year-old. So happy birthday to him. I'm not even sure if he's listening. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. So but somebody will listen and let him know that I said happy belated birthday. And you know what that boy did? Can I still call him a boy at 20? Or is he always my boy? I don't know, but I always say that boy. He told me he don't want anything for his birthday, which, to be honest, he's not one of those big, I want this, I want that, I want this kind of a person. So I said, we're not going to get anything because he said he didn't want anything. But then I felt bad because, like I said, with all the quarantine birthdays and with all the celebrations being canceled, everybody has kind of got a cake. And just whatever they like. My daughter likes pizza and garlic breadsticks and stuff, so we got, what they like. So I said, she wanted to do something for him, even though she ain't got no money, but she wanted to do something for him. So we got a cake, and we getting, all the things that she's choosing that we should get for him. We go up for them to write on the cake. This little girl want me to tell the lady to put happy birthday, happy 20th birthday, loser. So I said, we can't put that. She's like, yes, we can. But they have that kind of relationship. But I was just like, if we were going to get two cakes, and I get one where she's like, okay, this is from me, but I can't be there. And I don't know if I was wrong to not let her get that on it, because I was just like, you can't. I don't know how he would have taken it, but I know for based on their relationship, it's like a term of endearment. That's how they talk to each other. But I was just like, no, we can't have them put happy birthday loser on it. So I put happy 20th birthday, and she was kind of in her feelings because she wanted them to put loser. And I was thinking about getting another cake so she could get that on it. But then I started thinking, who's going to eat two cakes? Because we already struggling, because there was a birthday in March, there were two birthdays in May, and then my son's in July. So, I mean, like every other month, somebody has a birthday. And then there was Father's Day, there was Mother's Day, and everything was in-house. No, I wasn't going to get two cakes, but I think next year, I'll probably think about getting two cakes where she could get one and put happy birthday loser on it. But I just thought that, why would you say that? And she's like, no, it's going to be fine. I could put it on. He'll know what it means. I was like, how many meanings can loser have? Loser have one meaning. No, we're not getting it. And then I was just like, man, I would probably do that to one of my brothers, but I didn't allow her to do that. So happy birthday to all the July. I know half of July is Leo. The ending half into August is Leo. What's the other? I'm not big on zodiac sign. What's the first part of July? What's the sign from ending June to July? Can somebody tell me? Because I really don't know. I know Taurus because I'm Taurus. And I know Leo, which is ending July to beginning of August. But I don't know what sign the people are under for ending June to the first part of July. So if somebody could tell me, because I'm here to learn as well, if you could tell me what sign it would be, I would appreciate that. Somebody, you probably rule under the sign. I should know, but I don't. I just know Taurus. My daughter and I were Taurus, so I know that sign. I'm not, and I think ending September is Sagittarius. I think no, ending November is Sagittarius. So to the beginning of December, but I'm not sure. The people who are celebrating birthdays right now, what sign they would fall under, and I can't look it up right now. So if you can look it up and let me know, even if you don't know, you go look it up for me, then we can find out together. So happy birthday to everyone. Happy birthday to my nephew who's celebrating his birthday today. He's grown too. I think he's 30 today. So you see, I'm not a jit. I'm like grown. So my nephew is celebrating his 30th birthday today. My son celebrated his 20th birthday in on Sunday. And this thing about if you rule under the same sign, you're like the same, you have the same mannerisms and the same, that is absolutely not true. I do not believe in that. I do not believe in that. It is not true. And I have the perfect example. But it's not true. I don't believe in that, oh, because you're Taurus, all Taurus is the same. So this general rule of thumb for everybody that's Taurus, it's not true, because my daughter and I, we're completely different, and we're Taurus. So No, and I know people that we came on this earth on the very same day, and we're like oil and water. We're nothing alike. So I think, I mean, there are people that believes it. Some people will not even give you a chance because of the sign and because of their experience with somebody else that ruled under that same sign. But I really don't believe that. Those are some things we're also going to address in our singles link up tomorrow to find out, some myths, some pros, some cons, some deal breakers. So, because for real, for some people, the sign that you rule under is a deal breaker for them. They will not date you because their last baby mama was Gemini, and oh my gosh, she was terrible. She did this, she did that. She was Leo, she was Taurus, she was Sagittarius, Cancer. I don't even know them. So it's not a deciding factor for me, but those are some of the things we're going to discuss tomorrow because it is a deciding factor for some people. We're just here to make it through this time together. And I'm so happy that you are here. It is now 12:51 in the PM in Sunrise, Florida. I don't know what time it is where you are. I know Jamaica is an hour behind until November. This daylight savings time needs to go. It's messing it's messing me up. We just need to get rid of it. I don't think it serves any purpose. We just need to get rid of it. But for right now, it's what we have to deal with, so we're dealing with it. I'm still waiting on someone to please let me know what sign would somebody be under that has a birthday like now or within this time period, ending June to the first part of July, because I don't know. I know ending July to the beginning of August, that's Leo, but I don't know which sign they rule under now. It is always a pleasure being here with you. It's always a pleasure being here. Wayne, do you know? Do you know what sign somebody would be if they have a birthday today or ending June to beginning of July? Like what sign is that? I want to know. That's what I want to learn for today. I promise if I hear it today, I won't forget. Sometimes you learn something and then you unlearn it and then you have to learn it again. And then, yeah, but this time it's gonna stick. So if you could be so gracious as to find that out for me, I'll be really grateful. It is so good being back here. It's so good being back here. We have great lineups for you, not just for this show, but the entire programming for Streaming Hub Radio. Again, if you don't have the app, you want to download the app. It is available through the Google Play Store and the other store for Apple users. You can get that. If not, if you're not able to, then you can also listen online at www.streaminghub.com. We're just setting up so much great things for you, and we don't want for you to miss out. Also, our small business owners, we're gonna launch, lots of things to help you get your business back on track, to help you get everything that you need to get you maybe further than where you were before. That's our goal for you, to get you operating higher at a higher level than you were before. That's our goal for you. So we're coming out with that very, very soon, where we're going to make provisions for you. Also, we're going to get experts in here to get you where you need to be, because we found out with a lot of the provisions that were made for businesses that were affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, a lot of small business a lot of small businesses, especially in our community, the Caribbean or the Black community, they weren't able to get any of that because they didn't meet the requirements. Not because they're not a business, not because they weren't taking a loss, but because they didn't have their back office where it's supposed to be. They didn't have their paperwork in line. They didn't have anything ready. They're just good at what they do, and they were just doing what they do, which means if you make jewelry, you were just making jewelry, just selling. You don't know if you're making a profit. You didn't have anything set up. You don't register your business, and it's not a lot to register your business when you consider the benefits when things like this happens, because to register your business is like $138 and some base, and you don't have to worry about the government taxing you because you register your business, but it makes your business legitimate, which means you can go out. A lot of grants, a lot of loans are out there now that's provided through the government. There is this 30-year loan that they have now. We're going to get, like I said, we're going to get professionals in here to explain it better to you. Some of it, I know they just put more money in there, so it's available now. Before, it was just for the agricultural businesses, but now they opened it up to everybody. Everybody can apply for that. We're going to have information on that for you, but there are things that you need to do before you can even look to try and go and get the grants or the loans that are out there, because your business needs to be registered. It also, you need your tax returns, you need certain things in place, and unfortunately a lot of us in our community, we're good at what we do. We have our customer base. We were making money before this, and then this happened, and we left, with nothing, because we can't go in and get a $10,000 interest free forgivable loan, which means you get that money, and as long as you follow the guidelines of how to spend that money, you don't have to pay it back. A lot of that was out there, but a lot of people weren't able to cash in on that because they don't have their businesses where it's supposed to be. And also, I want to hear from different parts of the world. I know we're in the US, we're in Florida, and different parts of the US operate differently, because some of them, they're state governed. And then in other parts of the world, like my listeners in the UK or Canada or in Africa, wherever you are, I'd love to hear from you some of what's in place for you or for small businesses, or what you got out of this, how you're resurfacing right now, you're reinventing yourselves. I know a lot of us acquired skills that we didn't have before, started businesses that we didn't have before, that we saw where it was lacking and there was a need. So we have to look at both sides of the coin. If you have a bad, then the other side, there's good also that came out of it. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna look into that and see what it is that we can learn and change to make sure that this does not happen to us again. It's been my pleasure, as usual, to be here with every one of you, whether you're on Facebook, Instagram, whether you're gonna watch this later, you're listening live and watching live. It's my absolute pleasure to be here. I look forward to coming here to be with you every single day. And I missed you guys. I really did miss you. I was thinking, I wasn't doing it for that long, and I missed them. Like, I miss coming here. I miss the fun that we have, our heated discussions at times. I just miss everything. And now I don't know how they're gonna get me out the studio. I'm just letting you know, like, it is crazy in here. The music, the sound, the feel. Not all change is bad. And if you believe in the Bible, and if you believe what God says, He said that He will work all things together for your good. Not some, not most, not none of the other adjectives that you would use. He said that He will work all things together for your good. So if you hold on to that, then something good is going to come out of all of this for all of us. And that's what I want you to hold on to for today. No matter what you're going through, something good is going to come out of this for you. So be blessed, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Again, same time, same place.
Never seen you rock so. Now it's time to play.
It's still in, come on.
Moving like a window. As night becomes a day.
I'm gonna give y'all a little tour.
So where I don't know.
So this is actually this. So you see that spinning right there? That is that. So when I change it on this one over here, it plays on this one right here. So right now, that's the song that's playing. And this is what I have lined up to come next. And every time you play, it shows me the category and how many times you play it. And this is what controls the sound in the studio. So this controls the sound. And those are the sound bites that you hear.
I won't be alone.
Streaming Hub Radio, playing the hottest reggae.
And this is the Streaming Hub app. So this is where I see all the listeners on Streaming Hub Radio. So this is the chat room that I talk back to them in. So that's all the conversations that we've been having. And this is also the list of the songs. That is awesome.
We're done, right?
Yeah, we're done. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. If you're single, make sure you're here. We might have somebody for you. Alright, y'all take care.
Not right now. It's raining.
It's raining? It's raining? Oh, let me show y'all. So this wasn't there before either. So it's a slideshow of all the shows that, if you have the app, you will see this slideshow as well. So this is a slideshow of all the DJs and the shows that are on Streaming Hub as well. And my phone's dying, so I gotta go charge it. And actually, the owner of the radio station, he's very modest, very humble. He's also a music producer, so all these CDs that you see here, that's his music. So if we have a big artist, we're gonna listen to this later and need just leave me. Yeah, so that's DJ Perry Villa. Who that? Who that? Who that, Timmy? That's the newest. He go. Listen, this little boy love music so much. He's the one that tells me when I'm doing good, okay? He's on it. So all these music right here, all those albums right there, he produced them, and he's so humble. So from your Phantom Mojo to Egyptian, Chuck Fedler, everybody, he produces them, and you never know. He's so humble. He's so humble. So if you're looking to bust, if you're an artist and you want, like, I could hook you up. Like, seriously, he's a really good music producer. You would never know
like gold albums and stuff. Like, look at it. It's not just no name artists. Big artists that on it. Queen Africa, Turbulence, Morgan Heritage, Sizzler. I don't know them people there. Oh, she over there, so I don't know either. Glenn Washington, Eternal, Egyptian, Natty King. I don't know who that either. Yeah, but John. Just be patient, like a patient trying to find levitation. Run your fingers down my front. He's playing from my playlist that I set up. I'm showing him. See there? I'm showing him. Well, that's the wickedest music producer. But he's just so humble. He has so much humility. Can't take the pride cut them. We don't know nothing I'm going like say. You can't deal with them. My kind of people, them. And that's his son. So that's it right there. See, my play from my playlist. I pay a big tune up on my playlist. So if you okay, no, I need to talk to you on my phone dying, but if you have your music, let me see if my rat's outside. It's raining though. If you have music and you want me to play it on my show, like I said, if you have your music produced and stuff, send it to me. I'm not just playing artists about already. We're here to help each other. So if you have stuff produced, mastered, mixed, and ready to go, send it to me. Hit me up on Facebook. I'll play. Everything we play, we pay. So anyway, my phone dying. I gotta go. See y'all tomorrow.